All right, so then speaking to you specifically,
Yeah.
what's your pediatric background?
My pediatric background.
Give it all to us. Tell us.
Well, I say I was genetically programmed to see kids. My parents were both teachers. My mom taught learning disabled kids, and my dad taught gifted children. So somebody said, you must have really interesting dinner conversations. So I always knew I wanted to see kids, and I was always interested in preventive medicine. So, when I was in, I actually created my own major in college, where it was like I majored in biology and minored in nutrition and psychology.
Wow.
So, because I feel like so much of pediatrics in general, it's all, but is so much as in preventive medicine is so important with that. So, when I was in college, I did work at the medical center across the street in the nutrition department, and, one of the other college students came up to me because I'd given a lecture on fast foods and things, and he said, "You're the reason I don't eat pepperoni on my pizza anymore." So but in terms of, so my just educational background, went to Rice University in Houston for undergrad, then went to University of Texas, Houston for medical school, and then came out to California for my residency. So I did my pediatric residency at LA County, which was a busy and phenomenal experience. You get to see kind of everything there, which was a great training. And I started out practice for about a year and a half in a practice in Arcadia, and it was just a little far from my house. So I moved, and I was in a different practice for over 13 years, 14, and then I came here. So I've been practicing about 15 years.
So that sounds like then where you came from in Arcadia, was that just like one office building then?
It was one office. Mm-hmm.
So then
that
that's
was my
really
first,
different from
It was very different.
And you kind of touched on a lot of those differences. Is there anything else you want to add on the differences of being involved with one building of, pediatricians?
This is a much better place. That's all.
Facey 100.
There's a lot, but it was I think for stability that that office doesn't exist anymore, and it didn't exist for was after I left, but talking to stability.
Yeah.
And one of the goals in terms of, one of the things you asked in terms of looking for a pediatrician for your child is hopefully whoever you find is somebody you've already now going to be on your third pediatrician. Mm-hmm. The goal, I think, for anybody is for your child and your family to stay with that person until they're 18 years old. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you want to find a person and a place that you can stay with till they're 18 years old. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I think that's really important in terms of an answer to kind of answering that question. Yeah. And somebody that you're comfortable with, somebody who's going to sit down with you and answer your questions, and you're not going to feel like you're bothering somebody. I say the only bad question is the one you don't ask, because they don't come with instruction manuals. Yeah. And even if somebody has 9 kids, every kid's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what might have worked for one kid doesn't work for the other kid, and so you have to change your plan. Mm-hmm. So I think that's important.